morning, everybody. How are you? The devilishly handsome Ian Dixon. Good morning, sir.
Shut up, for fuck's sake. Jesus.
Hello, everyone. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It is the last Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up show as we know it out here in the ether. It is so, it's a mixed feelings. Hang on a minute. I got to adjust some things. Wait there. Look, hang on. Let me get the set right. Let me get this right. It is a mixture of both excitement, emotion, abject fear, not fear. Bear with me as I try and find all the words over the next half hour, 40 minutes, as I share with you the very, very last show at Wise Up Rise Up show in this iteration as we know it. Let me just turn my phone off and maybe have a little sip of my brew. And there's so much that I want to share with you this morning as we move into this next phase of IATQB, of the Show Up Wise Up Rise Up community. It is emotional, and today I want to share with you some of the past and the present and the future of this community as it stands. So I'm going to tell you a little story. I'm going to tell you a little story about where we're at right now. I'm going to tell you a little story about where it is that we're going. But before I do, I am fresh back, feeling very fresh, by the way, y'all. I am fresh back from a retreat that I just went on in the Welsh Wales, in South Wales, in the Tintern Valley. And it was a really profound experience. So I did a post last night that kind of explained a little bit about where I was at, how I was feeling, where I feel like I'm going now. I have never felt more excited and powerful and forward facing with regards to what we are all about to achieve. We are all about to achieve together, because you'll see out in the online space, right? You'll see it all the time. Like, people will launch memberships and people will launch programs and people will launch all of this sort of stuff. The Show Up Wise Up Rise Up show was never about, it was never ever about launching something. It was always about community. It was always about having conversations that matter. And in order for us to really become a power squad, a bunch of people who are invested in each other, me in you and you in me. When we do that, not just from a time perspective, but from an everything perspective, suddenly things get bigger, things get more powerful. The energy of the whole thing starts to grow and snowball. And this is exactly what I've wanted and been scared of. That if I make this official, then I am beholden to it. If I make this official, then I have got to make sure that I'm providing as best quality as I can do. I've got to commit to that for the long term. And it's funny because each mentor that I've worked with, be it Lisa Johnson, Dan Meredith, anybody who I've worked with from a direct mentorship perspective, has said, Danny, you have this community. Why don't you have a membership? And I'm putting membership in inverted commas because I still feel reticent to apply that concept to this, because it isn't that. It's not about a membership. It's about making official, allowing me to bring as much of me as possible to you and it be fair. So I've been showing up every day from the beginning of lockdown and before, bringing you conversations, insights, interviews, each other, for the first 18 months, 5 days a week, Monday to Friday, 8 a.m., then 9:30, now 3 days a week, trying to condense and not dilute what it is that we're trying to do. And in order for me to invest what I need to invest to make this a really inclusive space, a really diverse space, I need some collateral behind me. I can't do it for free. And the work that I've been doing in the business, and this is just me being really, really honest with you all. Like, I'm not apologizing for what we are about to do. I'm beyond apologizing for what we are about to do. I felt like I had to because I was like, I never really wanted to monetize a community. I never wanted to monetize this. But the hive is always going to remain free. That hive, the IATQB hive, is always going to be the place where everyone, regardless of whether you're chucking money in or not, is going to share their successes and challenges. Now I'm going to be dipping in and out of there, and expect on a Monday morning, just before the show at Wise Up Rise Up show for the show at Wise Up Rise Up community, I'm going to be in there. I want to watch so bad, but I'm stuck in a lecture. You can catch up. This is always going to be here. This is the last one. In order for me to get the right guests, in order for me to bring you the right experts, I don't want to rely on asking for freebies anymore. I don't want to rely on cobbling something together. I want to bring you the very best quality that our industry has to offer. So instead of it being like a podcast, you can subscribe within Spotify or whatever. I want to make it private. I want to make it just for us, but I want us to be huge. I want us to get so much value from this and be a part of this network. I think about networks that I pay to be a part of and I do nothing with. I think about networks that I've paid to be a part of that have completely springboarded my trajectory. And I wanted to provide a place where it felt safe for you to invest in your growth and it still feel good. You still get stacks of value. It feel joyful. It feel valuable. And the fear from me has been, can I provide it? And then I have to relook and go, actually, no, I've been doing it for 3 years already. What if I really put my skin in the game? What if I put my hat in the ring and say, actually, no, here is where we get to create something really super special. I'm just going to read without crying. And some of you might be new to this. Some of you might be new to the show at Wise at Raspberry. What the fuck is she talking about? Why is she so emotional about this? Why does she feel so scared and so fired up? I threw out a membership and only 10 people joined. And what? This isn't a membership, it's a subscription service in the first instance. So the show at Wise Up Rise Up show is going to be a subscription service where, and I'm going to talk you through it all this morning, and there'll be posts and emails going out about it, and you can choose to come and jump in or not. Then there is an additional membership experience that you can tap into. So there's going to be, if you have enjoyed and loved the show at Wise Up Rise Up show, and I've been turning up for you now for 3 years, and you're ready for it to be even better. So if you've had value from it already and you've enjoyed it, and it's been part of your routine, or you've dipped in and out of it and you feel kind of anchored to know if you need a shot of motivation, you know exactly where to come and find it. Then this is going to be here for you in its best iteration, right? So you can subscribe to this. Then there are additional things that we are going to provide that you can get in on that's going to elevate and speed up your trajectory from a life and business perspective. We're going to show up, wise up, and rise up together. So what are you lot saying? Let's have a look. No more fear. The only goodbye that I'm waving cheery out to. I've never been I've never been so excited for you to say goodbye. It doesn't really feel like this. It's so exciting. It is big. It feels big. I'm so excited for this adventure, me too. It's brilliant and beautiful and soulful and amazing and needed and important, and it is. To know what's happening on the inside. So Lindsay's a member of our squad. She's on the team. To know what's happening on the inside, I'm telling you, it's so worth it. It really is. And the reason why I feel like this about it is because I put a membership out right at the very beginning, right? I had I did the show up Rise Up live event. And what it was me creating my assets. So I was laughed out of someone's inbox because they didn't believe I was a speaker because I had nothing to show. So I had no video to show them. I had no photos to show me in action. I had no testimonials from people who saw me speak. I knew I had all of these skills because I'd done it, but I couldn't go out into the world with all of these assets. So I charged all my mates a fiver and I hired out this lovely room in Chorley. And people came from all over the country to come to the Show Up, Rise Up live event, which was essentially the very first Be Inspired, but I didn't know it yet. I had some phenomenal speakers, Heidi Maver being one of them, who's been such a huge part of this journey right from the very beginning. And to see her fly and become Sunday Times bestseller and to be living her incredible truth out in the world, and to see that where that kind of started with us in the community was just beautiful. And to see so many people's careers really start to take off after being a part of IATQB and seeing that their birthright to success was their birthright. Seeing what people created. So I did the very first Show Up, Rise Up Live. And at the end, I did my very first pitch to an audience and I shit myself. I nearly cried. And this is what this feels like, right? I remember everyone in the room laughing because I went, these are my prices. This is how much it is to work with me. And it wasn't even like Be Heard wasn't even there yet. Be Inspired wasn't even there yet. It was just like, I'm going to be a coach now. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to charge. And oh God, I want to ask you to pay me. And it felt shit and weird and horrid and great at the same time. And so many people were like, oh God, we've been waiting for this, Danny. We've been waiting for you to do this. And from that moment, everything just took off, right? So Be Inspired took off and it's insane. We're moving over to, we're just in talks with LA. We're talking to Sydney. We're growing the event here in the UK to become a 10,000 delegate event. And at the end of it, I said, but if you can't work with me in this capacity, I have this community. And 3 people signed up. 3 beautiful, gorgeous people, Diana Ivory being one of them, who believed in me right at the very beginning. And I think that ever since then, I was like, I don't think that I can give within a membership capacity what I'm giving in the Hive and elevate that any further. But actually what I found is that the Hive almost takes care of itself because you all are in there and you use it as a directory, like, you guys, I need this, like, who's there for it? And we're still going to moderate it in there. I wonder how long it'd be before you icked. But the Show Up, Rise Up community is going to be much more involved. So I'm going to be in there. The team are going to be in there. We are going to be really the hands at each other's backs, and we're going to encourage you to do the same. The Show Up, Rise Up show started because when lockdown began, I was petrified that I was going to stop showing up. Like the real fear for me was, if I couldn't go to work, if I couldn't go to events, if I couldn't be a part of a community that felt good for me, then everything was going to stop. And my worry for everyone else was that was going to be the same thing. So I was like, right, you lot, I'm just going to show up. I'm going to show up. I'm going to put my makeup on. I'm going to get ready for the work day and I'm going to tell you what I'm getting up to. And then that morphed into, on a Monday, we're going to set our intentions. I'm going to tell you my intentions and I want to know your intentions. And then a Wednesday, it was about learning. Wise Up Wednesdays. It was about learning from each other and learning from people that are outside the circle. And on a Friday, we would celebrate the shit out of each other. What have we achieved? And it was really difficult over the course of time for me to kind of be in and not moderating it, so to speak, but really getting people involved. Whereas now, because we're going to move into this space where you lot, for those of you that are going to come with me on this journey, and the intention for me is this to be a community of hundreds, and if not hundreds, then thousands, right? This is going to be the platform on which we grow everything now, on which we grow a TV show, on which on which we grow incredible social media, meaningful media presence that isn't bullshittery, that isn't fear-mongering, scaremongering. It's informative. You're going to be able to ask questions and not be judged. You're going to be able to ask questions and work things out. We're going to be talking about AI. We're going to be talking about inclusivity. We're going to be talking about relationships. We're going to be talking about spirituality. We're going to be talking about fucking business, not fucking business, or maybe fucking business, depends what you're into. We're going to be talking about all of the things because life is business. business and business is life. I said the T word. Yeah. It's going to be the foundation on which we grow the event. Within the community, you're going to be able to get early bird access to all of the exciting stuff. For those of you that come in on different tiers, you're going to get access to come to gigs that I'm going to sing. I'm not going to be singing anymore. I'm closing the door on my singing business and only ever gig for you. I'm not going to gig for anybody else unless it's something insane and they're going to pay me for it. I'm not going to gig for anybody else apart from you. Because everything that I want to do now, I want to pour into this community. I want to pour into all of you guys. I want to show and prove to you that you can, even when you don't feel like you can. We're going to be the hands at your back, not just me. It's not about me. It's about us. It's about all of us and how we grow together. So I went on this retreat. And as part of this retreat, and I already knew this, that there was only so much more that I could learn about business without overwhelming and filling my head up with all the things that I could possibly do, right? All the things that I could possibly do. I could have funnels and I can use AI and I can have events and I can have a membership and do all these things. And there's all these technologies and processes attached to it. And we are a small but mighty team, right? Very small but very mighty team. But I know what I need to know already. We've spent the last 6 months implementing a lot of these and moving a lot of these, working strategically with, for example, Inga Hunter and Clue Content Agency, working on our formal strategy, working as a team to grow together, to work out how we communicate best together, to work out how we deliver best. We've mapped out, we look like a business. You come into the team now, we all know what it is that we're doing. We all know our roles. It's not like we're kind of cobbling it together anymore. Or can you just, we're recruiting in formally now with employees. We are growing to a point now where someone said to me, if you're going to be a multi-million-pound business and we're already multiple 6 figures, we're staring 7 figures in the face, then we better start fucking looking like it. But there's only so much more I need to know. I don't need to know anymore at present. I need to believe. And not just believe like, oh yeah, I believe I can do it and apologize for it. And I'm really sorry. It was really interesting. I went into a room, or not a room, well, it was like a decking on Thursday with a bunch of people that I didn't know. I just didn't know. And I knew I was about to spend a very close proximity time with them. It was going to be very intimate and it was going to be very vulnerable. And I knew that that's what I was getting into because I know Awenna, who is one of our incredible Be Inspired alumni. I know the spaces that she holds. I know her heart and I know the people that she gathers together. But I felt like I had to apologize for myself in the first instance. I was like, oh, I'm so sorry for me. I'm Danny. I'm a bit of an idiot. And that was the first thing that I said to this bunch of people. Hi, I'm Danny and I'm a bit of an idiot. And I feel shameful now that that's what I did. And sometimes I feel like that's me being funny. But actually what I was doing, and I've been doing this for a long time, was introducing myself as an idiot so nobody else had to. Nobody else has to go, oh, Danny's a bit wild, and Danny's she's a bit crazy. And some people will see me speak for the first time or see me take up space or see me wear these silly costumes and think that that's the only energy that you're getting from me. No, you're not. And there was this shaman, incredible shaman that was there. And she's this small, beautiful, petite, I think she's in her 50s, I think. I don't know. She's one of them ageless souls who was mischievous, foul-mouthed, profoundly wise, profoundly connected, incredible woman. And I looked at her and I thought, you can be all those things and still be valid. And I think this is one of the things that's been stopping me from doing all of these, right? One of the things that's been stopping me from doing this next level stuff, from taking up in this space in this next level way, is because I didn't think that there were numbers of people that are going to be attracted to this. I thought I've just got my little community. There's just us, and there's just a few of us. Because they're not going to take me seriously because I am silly and I'm a little bit wild and I show you lot the extremities to which you can go when you're taking up space. So yeah, I will get my kit off on stage. I will sing. I will use silly prop poo emojis. I will wear daft costumes. I will talk about things that are uncomfortable to show you the boundaries, the bar, and stretch it to which you can take up space and be comfortable doing so. You don't have to go that far. You don't have to be that silly. You don't have to be daft. You can take up spaces yourself, right? And although I was doing that for you lot, it began to feel a little bit performative in that I was doing it because I wanted you to do it, but I wasn't really believing it of myself. And as such, I was only working a third of the capacity. Can you imagine? A third of the capacity at which I'm able to show up for you all. And for some of you, you'll look at that and go, Danny, if this is you working at a third of the capacity, fucking hell. And this is what one of the realizations of why this weekend was so profound and important and timely right now, that if I was only working at a third of the percent of the capacity of what I'm able to show up for you in, imagine that when I really, really, really believe it. Imagine when you see it and you can see it in yourselves. Imagine what we're going to create when that happens. And that got me feeling really excited. And again, the fight with myself was, is this delusions of grandeur? Is that what this is? I mean, like, is that what this is? And the shaman lady, she came, Rhonda, she came and sat with me and she went, it's very rare that somebody walks into it. She's a really powerful woman. Like, you feel her before you see her. She's incredible, right? And we walked into this beautiful room. She created this beautiful room, like sheepskin rugs on the floor and like crystals and flowers and stuff everywhere. And she kind of like sages you as you walk in. Very, very connected, very powerful, very woo, if that's how you look at it. I'm not arsed. Like I said, the work here now isn't logic. The work here now is connection and connection to self. And that has been the work that I've had to do. It's not been a breaking open. In fact, there was this experience whereby you got to meet the 3 levels of yourself, so like the maiden you, the young you, the mother you, for that kind of maternal energy. And the crone you, the old wise you. And through this like meditation, you got to meet these 3 versions of yourself, right? Whether you connect with this or not. Really, this was like really deep subconscious work that made so much sense. Now, ordinarily, the maiden spirit's very playful, right? She's very jovial, right? And normally the mother is very calming and nurturing. Normally the crone is very fierce and vicious, right? It was all like skew whiff and all the other way around. So I met this kind of maiden version of myself. And in this meditation, I'm just crying and apologizing to her because I felt like that's what I've needed to be doing, this carrying around this shame and this guilt and this sadness for everything that I put young me through, because I was the common denominator, right? In all the things that happened. And I felt so sad for her and so sorry for her that she didn't get the experiences that she deserved, that she didn't have what it was that she planned, that she wasn't loved in the way that she needed to have been loved. And I felt so sad and so sorry for her, right? And I kind of met this version of myself and I was crying because I felt that sad for her and sorry for her. She's like wiping my tears, this young version of me, like wiping my tears. She's saying, it's happened now. Like, I've already forgiven you. You're carrying this, isn't it? I'm not carrying this for you. You're carrying this. And again, whether you believe that that's like a real spiritual connection thing or just a subconscious conversation with yourself that you need to have, I think both. And she's wiping my tears and she's like, look, stop. Like, we've already been through this. We've already had these conversations. You've already done this work. Stop carrying this with you. I've already forgiven you. Stop. And like we had this bit of a conversation and she handed me like a mug of tea. And she was like, maybe we need to consider tea more than anything else that we're ingesting, which was quite profound. And I was like, yeah, okay. And then I met the mother version of me, which is like a version of me right now, but she was like a fucking giant. And she was a warrior and she's putting war paint on my face. And she's saying, now, you have said to so many people in your direct circle, in your periphery, in your community, that nobody gets left behind. Stop thinking you're going to be left behind. Like, nobody's leaving you behind. If you run out ahead, you are Boudicca going into battle. And I say that if you've worked directly with me, you'll have heard this. You'll have heard me say this. It's like I was saying it to myself. You're Boudicca going into battle. You have a whole army that are standing by your side, going with you, not behind you, not letting you go out there on your own, but with you, that can see what you can see, that want to go out there and create it too. You've just got to run. You just lead the charge. You're in the fields, but they're in the fields with you. They're in the trenches with you. Stop thinking that if you run out ahead, you're going to leave everybody behind. They're running with you. And I was like, okay. And she gave me a spear, right? And she goes, you don't need the spear to fight. You need the spear to scare every motherfucker off. Like, you lot are fierce. You are leading something fierce. And people just needed an energy, or your people just need an energy to be attracted to run. They just need to know the direction. Shout the direction. They're with you, but they're fighting with you. They're not against you. They're not behind you. You don't have to be the strongest one. You just have to shout the direction. We're all running. I was like, right, okay, cool. Thank you. Feeling really fucking powerful. Like, yes, I'm feeling this, bitch. Like, I'm feeling. And then the crone, the old wise version of myself, had these beautiful sparkling jewels. And I'm going to try and find a necklace that looks like it because it's really, really fucking vivid. She had these, she's holding them in her hand. She has beautiful long grey hair. And she's twinkly eyed, right? She's really fucking mischievous. And she's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Come on now. All of this has already happened. All of this is here for you. All of this, like, she gave me this beautiful, sparkly, like, very expensive necklace. She's like, you're looking for success and abundance and all of this sort of stuff. This is about me now, about my barriers to creating like wealth for myself, for example, like me not drawing a proper wage out of the business, or me not booking a holiday, or me not taking time for myself. She's like, you need to know, because I'm here and I'm towards the end of this, you have created everything that you said you're going to create. You've done it. It's done. Here, look, here's some of the sparkly things that you've created. Here's some of the sparkly things. These are not ill-gotten means. These are incredible gifts that you've created for us, for myself. I'm so grateful, but come the fuck on. Like, stop. You don't get to be scared anymore. You're not allowed to be scared anymore because it's done already. And she was really mischievous about it. She was like, we get to have fun doing this. We get to feel joy. I feel joy at the end of this. And a number of the experiences that I have, again, whether you're into this or not really asked. For me, it was a really, really deeply connective experience. And I want you to understand, for those of you that are watching along, that might be new, not watched the show for a long time, a lot of what we do here isn't centered in spirituality. It's just been that the work that I've needed to do in order to do this next bit of work is the inward stuff. Because that's going to be the blocker. If I look, I've written a book on overcoming self-sabotage. I already knew I was holding myself by my own neck. I already knew. It was working out how. It was working out, okay, so now I know how not to. So the idea is that I am not slowing down. We are not slowing down. What I'm going to do is love myself harder in the process, really look after myself in the process, really consider the things like what I'm eating, what I'm drinking or not drinking, the amount of travel that I'm doing, the amount of sleep that I'm getting, the people that I'm surrounding myself with, the conversations that I'm having, the boundaries that I'm having. All of this is about loving this into fruition and really working hard. Like, I am not going to slow down. Don't think, oh, I'll come back. I'm just going to take it nice and easy. No, I'm going to build in pause stops. Don't get me wrong. But we are running. We are going. This is going to be really quick. This is going to happen really quick because I already know it's done. So all I've got to do is create it. So what am I creating then? Shall I tell you? So that's the heart of it. That's where I'm at as we walk into this. So who, I'm interested to know, is up for seeing what it is that you can get involved with at this next phase of IATQB. Can I just say, before I get into this, thank you so much for everybody that's here on the live and watching on replay, who's showing me so much love. Just you talking about the crone is no mean feat for you. I'm glad she's mischievous. She's very mischievous. And I am mischievous. And I know that one of the things that I know is that I am all of these things. I am wild and daft and intelligent. I'm very good at what I do. In fact, I would hazard to say, and I will continue sharpening my tools, I'm one of the best, at least in this country, at what it is that I do. I'm really, really excited to bring to you all of that and more, and not to scare you, just to show you what you're capable of, just to show you that when we all do well, we all do well. And when the world, this is what the shaman gave out some like cards at the end, and the one I got was, when the world says you can't, I say fucking watch me, right? And that is the energy in which I'm entering into this next bit. And so, my loves, I want to share with you the Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up community. I want to share with you what's going to be involved. I'm going to give you the link to come and get involved. The first new Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up show isn't going out until Monday next week. So the everything that you can kind of get attached to, there's nothing in there. We're starting with an empty vessel. I'm going to start with the first live in our group this evening, just to welcome everyone in and help everybody navigate. But you choose to come in. We start with our content in earnest a week today. It's just to give us time to gauge numbers, to do some research within the community. Those of you that choose to come in, I've got some questions to ask you once you're in, and that's going to really help inform what next week looks like. The format's already sorted. The quality is going to be absolutely insane. So the Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up show in and of itself is going to look the same but different. So there's going to be different kinds of functionalities from a tech perspective. It's going to be really cool. So I have a little bit of kit here. It's called a Stream Deck. I don't know if you can see it. But on here are going to be like different scenes, different bits of tech. So for example, the shit weather is going to be digitized. I'm going to be discussing the latest viral TikToks. I'm going to be able to show you that at the same time as having conversations. We can have commentary on stuff. We're going to have sound effects. We're going to have a phone in. There's going to be a dedicated WhatsApp line to the show where you can send me, not just comment along, but you can send me pictures. You can send me links to what it is that you're doing. You can conversate. So let me show you this. Let's have a look. All right. So we're going to be posting the link to this in the thread. We're going to be posting it in the Hive. We're going to be posting it on my personal profile, the Queen Bee Dani page on Facebook, the Queen Bee Dani Instagram. I am unapologetically going to be loud about this because I want as many of you as possible to come and get involved. And I got some targets, right? And I'm going to celebrate some different targets along the way. Emma, I said before, we're going to move to the Patreon profile now. So there's going to be a mix of the two, and I'm going to explain to you all of those right now. So we're going for 150, 300, and 500 as our first good, better, best community targets. So if we get to 150, then I'm going to do a giveaway for everybody that's involved. If I get to 300, I'm going to do another giveaway. And if I get to 500, I'm going to put on a really special event to celebrate the launch of this incredible thing. So is it IAT community? This is the Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up community. This is what it is. And I'm going to share my screen, hopefully be able to share with you exactly what this is. I'm just going to talk you through it. Share screen, window. Here we go. Ready? All right. Okay. So this is the page that you're going to need to come to. And it goes like this. We're going bigger, better, bolder. Our brand new official community is here to help you bring the fire and take up more space in your industry than ever before. The link is going to be out as soon as I share this. Like it's going to come out into the comments. I know the team are ready to send you the email if you're on our email list already. If you're on the Hive, like we're going to go. So why should you join? It is time to seal the deal and be a part of something fucking phenomenal. And it absolutely is. The link is now up. Oh my God. Okay, here we go. Great guests, great members, great value. If you are joining the Show Up, Rise Up, Rise Up community, I want you to know you are entering into an inclusive space. We are a trans-friendly space, queer-friendly space. We are a marginalized community-friendly space. We are a global majority-friendly space. Like, come on in here if you are open to all of those conversations, right? This is what we're going to be talking about: success, taking up space, mindfulness, visibility, relationships, health, societal issues, business growth, and personal development. Life is business and business is life. Yes, this is a predominantly entrepreneurial community. However, even if you don't have a business, you can join. You're going to get so much from it. There's a little bit of blurb, and we're going to talk you through that. You can go and have a look at that yourself. So here we go. Here are your 3 tiers. We have got Team Show Up. So that's going to be £10 a month, and that's going to have a private Facebook community. It's going to have 3 Show Up, Rise Up streams per week, and on-demand access to all previous Show Up, Rise Up shows through our Patreon profile. Team Wise Up. It's going to be £25 a month. You're going to have access to training and live streams, not just from me, but from our external experts. An invitation to 2 exclusive, no business, all pleasure live music events. So hang on, message me the link. I can't click it. Is somebody watching that can share the link? Hang on a minute. I'm getting a video call from Dipti. Dipti, I'm on the Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up show.
I'm so sorry.
But Dipti, guess what?
What?
You are our very, very first Show Up, Wise Up, Rise Up community members. So, like, Dipti, say hello to everyone, Dipti.
Hello, everyone. I just called to say congratulations. I'm so bloody excited you're doing this.
I love you, mate. I'll speak to you in a bit.
Bye, darling.
That was Dipti Solanki. If anyone has ever met Dipti, she's one of the kindest, most incredible people, and she is the very, very first to join the community. She like, I shared it with her, and she was like, "Oh my god, I'm just in. Can't click it either. I'm in. Oh my god, Nick Davis is in." Oh, I'm so excited. So then there's invitation to 2 exclusive, no business, all pleasure live music events. One of the things that's really close to my heart is music. I am not going to be doing any more gigs for the outside world unless there's something incredibly special. I'm only going to ever perform at no business, all pleasure gigs. I'm going to introduce to you new bands and new performers. So that's going to be really, really exciting. Some of the work that I've already been doing with the likes of George Alfie, for example, has just been brilliant. And I can't wait for that to form a part of our heart. Like, music means the absolute world to me. I will never not be a singer. I will never not be a performer, but I cannot go out and gig in the way that I did. So I'm only going to bring that to you guys. Then for £30, only a £5 difference, you're going to get some proximity to me. So you're going to get everything from Team Show Up, everything from Team Wise Up, but you're also going to get one group hot seat Zoom per month with me. It's going to be fastest fingers first. So I'm going to be on a Zoom. You're all invited. Bring your questions, and I'm going to answer your questions live over the course of an hour. So I'm just going to plow through as many questions as you've got over the course of an hour, but we get to be really interactive with that, and that's just for us. You're also going to get, for an afternoon a month, me on WhatsApp. So we have got a private WhatsApp. So this will be private questions. You'll be able to ask me very specific, personal questions to your business. And I'm going to be on hand over the course of an afternoon to fire you back voice notes. You're going to get VIP and early bird priority access to IATQB tickets and events. So when it comes to Be Inspired, Team Rise Up, you will get first refusal on everything. And there are also only Rise Up events that you're going to be invited to. So, for example, our Christmas party and awards ceremony. For example, we're going to have networking drinks that are a part of Be Inspired. You're going to be invited to them. The link is in the Hive if anyone is struggling to click. And we are going to be sending this out. I'm going to make sure that, well, the team are on it already. So there's more details on the benefits that you can get, all on this link. Go and read through them. I want this to feel like, wherever you're at right now, to be a no-brainer. So they're the price points. Team Show Up, you're going to get the show, and you're going to get everything that Team Rise Up, I'm in. Oh my God. Don't. I'm going to cry. So Team Rise Up, Team Show Up is a tenner. Team Wise Up, where you get the training and live streams from our incredible experts. Now, I want you to know about where I'm getting these experts from. They are not just people that are within our direct circle. One of the things that I do not enjoy about the online space is the circle jerk, is that you'll go from one membership to the next, to the next, to the next, and you'll just see the same people and you'll stop getting the value. I am bringing you people from the outside business space in here, real incredible movers and shakers, people who are doing the most phenomenal things in the world are going to be coming in and doing expert trainings for you. People from tech, people from sales, people who are not in our direct community. Circle jerk, oh my God, I love it. Yeah, but who's bored of it? I am. So the reason why I wanted to make sure that I was ready was I wanted to make sure that my network was as tight as it could be, as connected as it could be, so that you're getting fresh, so that you're getting new, so that you're not getting what you've heard already before. There will be some familiar faces that come in, but only the very, very best in familiar faces. And not because I don't want all of you to come and get involved. You will. I'm going to give you opportunities on either a Monday or a Friday to come and share your stuff, share your businesses, share your insights. But your Wise Up Wednesdays are going to be people from, the majority of them are going to be from outside our networks. They're going to be celebrities, media personalities. They're going to be incredible business professionals all coming in. And then with and that's going to be interviews. So I'm going to be holding space to ask those really saucy, juicy questions, and really pull from them what they wouldn't maybe normally necessarily share with the outside world. But then with the expert trainings, we're going to have a theme once a month, and we're going to bring you some of the best of the best of the best people. So that's it. We're out. I'm so pleased just saying that. By the end of lockdown, it got boring seeing the same experts everywhere. Yeah. And one of the reasons why I network in the way that I do within the event space, within the broader business community, is so that I can bring you these people, is so that I know who's actually making differences. And the online space is completely valid. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. There are some people that are really fucking shit up out here, and I see them and I hear them. And I'm going to bring them to you. But there are people on the outside world who you need to hear from, who you need to be inspired by, and I'm going to bring them to you. So I want to know if you're in. I am excited, nerve-sighted. It's going to land where it lands. Our first giveaway is going to be at 150 members. Our next one is going to be at 300 members, and I'm going to do a fucking event for us when we get to 500. I am beyond excited. If you know people that are a part of this community, please share with them the link, encourage them to join. Know that this is I want to see me get to 500 502. Who's in Team Rise Up? And if you're in Team Show Up and that's all that you can invest so far, you're still making a huge investment in yourself. And I'm so grateful for you. So don't think that, I'm only on Team Show Up. No. You're not only on Team Show Up. You are supporting something that is going to propel our community. Think of it as like when you subscribe to something and you want to support it. Remember that when this becomes successful, the Fly Anyway Foundation becomes successful. We start to help people who've experienced domestic abuse build businesses, because there is going to be an aspect of that built into this eventually. Are you evergreen or you cart open, cart close? I'm not cart opening and cart close this. I want new people to come to this all the time. This is something I want to grow and grow and grow. We will do pushes. Like we will do like, oh, did you know that this is here? Because people will forget if I don't shout about it, right? Closed mouths don't get fed. When you click off the live and read the comments, it's there. All right, amazing. The thing is, everyone, Danny is so genuine. Oh, Emma. Hang on. Danny is so genuine. She felt the need to make sure all her ducks are in a row before this time in her awesome career, because ultimately she does not want to let you loyal folks down. And that's the fear of any authentic motivator. That's her thoughts, because she's just so genuinely here to help you and me. Oh, Emma, thank you so much. Thank you so much. There may be teething issues. Bear with. We'll make right on everything that is glitchy. Know that you're the first in. You are OG QBs, KBs, SBs, King Bees, Sovereign Bees. It is not just a lady space. Let's be very clear. You are welcome to join the Show Up, Rise Up community. It is not a women's space. It is an everybody space, regardless of your gender, regardless of your background, regardless of where you are in your business. This is a leveler. This is where you're going to come and get energy, motivation, inspiration, celebration, all of this. I'm not going to lie. At this point, I'm totally there for the guests. I've seen them. Yes, you have, Linz, right? And I am so excited to bring it all to you. So that's it. 3 years of the Show Up, Rise Up show. I cannot thank you enough for being here with me on this journey. For those of you who have decided that, oh, do you know what? It was nice while it lasted. Thank you. Thank you for being on this journey. And if you choose not to come on with us, it's absolutely fine. You can find us in the Hive. For those of you that are trusting me with this next bit, thank you. Buckle the fuck up, because we are about to do some incredible things. Thank you so much for your support. Thank you so much for everything that you do to make this community so lovely, to make it my home, to make it somewhere where I get the support that I need as well. I will see you all, for those of you that are in the community, at the Show Up, Rise Up show in its newest iteration, in its most exciting iteration, a week today. I can't wait. I'm nervous. I'm excited. And I'm so incredibly proud. I'm proud of all of us. I'm proud of everything that we've achieved. I'm proud of everything we're about to achieve. This is just the next thing. Yeah. I love you. Thank you. Have a belting week. And I'll see you next Monday for more showing up, wising up, and rising up. Thank you.